Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Rome 2 Roman Empire campaign. So, in the last episode we continued our campaign into Africa, where we continued to take land from the Carthaginians pretty much methodically. Like, we were just steamrolling straight through these guys, and they've really offered no resistance thus far. The Libyans to the east have put up a little bit more of a fight, but ultimately not much. And so I continue to just kind of, or I plan to continue just kind of keeping up business as usual. We'll send one legion west, one legion east, and just kind of steamroll the rest of their territory. In the meantime, we'll start setting our sights elsewhere. The Syracusians are going to need to be annexed at some point. I just cannot continue to abide the Hellenic culture they spread in my province here, and so as much as I would have liked to basically just kind of give them this island to themselves and make them a client state or a satrapy, it's just not going to be viable because of the culture difference, so we're going to have to take them at some point. In the east here, in Hellas and Macedonia, there is a whole lot going on. It looks like Tylus, who I believe are a Dacian tribe, have pushed south. The Macedonians are gone as far as I'm aware. And it looks like they've moved into Apollonia as well. And I think they wiped out Epirus. Epirus was, I think, a client state of Sparta at that point. Or Sparta held that themselves. I don't recall which, but this is now held by the Dacians. So that is interesting. But I think we might go east rather than into Gaul for our next campaign. I'll let you guys kind of chime in on that. Feel free to let me know which you'd prefer to see first. We can kind of look at history as well and maybe try to emulate, which one the Romans did in what order. But ultimately, both are going to happen. It's just a matter of which one's first. So, how are we doing here? Public order is still not the best, though the instability does continue to deteriorate, so eventually that will resolve itself to a degree. It looks like Latin culture is continuing to increase as well, so ultimately I think things will do just fine down here in Magna Graecia. Up north in Italia, we're looking pretty good. I could invest in an upgrade here. Let's start training auxiliary Italian troops, like the stuff that the Etruscans were throwing at us essentially. And then the Cisalpina, really waiting for growth to kick in. Unfortunately, growth has not been great here, though this upgrade will help. And I'd like to open up this slot before that one. Also, we need to take Patavium, so that might be our next step, is to secure this province before we go, conquesting anywhere else. So let's kind of circle the wagons around the Alps. Auxilia is doing okay. I could throw some upgrades at them, though it's not super critical. They're doing alright on their own at the moment. And then in here, there's plenty of upgrades to be had, but nothing super necessary. So, I was checking between episodes because I went ahead and advanced the turn once again. And I wanted to see if I could pay these guys to become a satrapy now. And unfortunately, no. Not even with the massive amounts of money I have right now will they accept. I can throw 12,000 gold at them and they are still not going to accept. But if I try to make them a client state, I actually don't need to throw all that much at them at all. The issue is client states have a lot more freedom than satrapies do. And I don't really want client states. I want satrapies that I have very direct control over if I'm going to leave these factions existing, I guess. If I have to do a client state or an alliance, I may as well just take it myself. So I think we will conquer this entire province here as much as I didn't want to. For the Garamantians, I think we will still try to satrapy these guys, but I will probably do it via war, because it seems like doing this diplomatically is just not going to work. Client states are possible, satrapies not so much. So we need to basically have them on the verge of defeat and then offer it as a way out, and then they'll accept it. So just letting you know how that's been going. I tried with the Garamantians as well. They were not interested. So let's see. Again, all the money. 12,000, still low, but if we go for client state, they are happy to accept that. But I don't want client states, so we will move on. Okay, so over here, I suppose we are going to continue holding on to that settlement. We will march into here and take this as well. This is probably going to be another auto-resolve. I don't think there's anything there that can stand up to a full legion. Yeah. A little bit better garrison, but we still outnumber them more than 2 to 1, and our troop quality is just massively better. So let's auto-resolve this, and what's the least casualty? 97? Okay, so down you go. And that is Carthage's presence in Africa completely removed. Let's see, we can liberate somebody. Who would we be liberating? I wish you told me who. Because we could turn them into a satrapy. Huh. And then have them conquer the Gaetulians. That's a thought. I'm just gonna take it for myself. That's what you guys are here to see, right? Conquest, not diplomacy. So Imperium level is up, fantastic. We need to take care of a lot of this stuff, so this needs to get repaired. Actually, can we just convert it, or does it have to be repaired first? Can't build, yeah, it has to be repaired. The port, that needs to be repaired. Let's see, a pit mine, not gonna bother with that. Just tear these down. We'll rebuild them from scratch. Over here, convert this and demolish these. Though I might just end up swapping them. Okay, so that's that taken care of. Out here, how is culture coming? Okay, so would it be worth investing in that potentially? I think it would, because this is going to give us a whole lot more food when it's done. So I will throw one of those down, and that'll help spread our Latin culture. This army continues to flee from us. Not that I'm particularly concerned about it. I think what I'll do is, let's take you guys. I'm going to have you follow them. Though I could get to Lepsis faster if I went via the sea. But there is a Libyan fleet out there, so I probably better not. What's this now? Upgrade. Oh, level 1 horses. Cool. I'll take that. Why do you get level 1 horses? Exactly. I don't know. But I'll take it. So you guys should get level 1 horses too. Okay. Let's go by land. I think that'll be safer. And if this army decides to double back and try to take Thapsus, we can intercept them. And then to make sure that Thapsus is even more safe, I'm going to move our navy into the port there. Because I think Carthago can defend itself at this point. Unfortunately, public order is not looking great there. I could upgrade this to help, but again, we're kind of piling a lot of food penalties on here. It might be worth it, though. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Corrales. What does your garrison look like again? 12 and 2. Neapolis. Public order there is doing fine. Here's what we'll do. Could you rotate? Oh, you get horses too. It must have been that event. Yeah, it must have been. So if you guys are in a forced march stance, let's get you into the sea. And then I would like you to stay close to Lilibame, I guess. In the next turn, we're going to sail you into Carthage to help with public order. Meanwhile, you can sail. Oh, let's upgrade this general as well. Okay, get in the water. Your goal is to get in here. And that'll defend Corrales in case the Carthaginian navy decides to sail out there and attack it. Because the naval garrison is not going to be able to put up much of a fight there. So you guys are on your way. You have already taken everything out west here. So I think this legion's next job is going to be probably marching back up to here. Then we'll maybe... I'd like to have naval support because this is going to be very dangerous to deal with. 20 legit ships versus 20 transport ships is going to shred us if we try to fight them in the ocean. So I need to find a way to get our Legion across either to here or here, but without being intercepted by that navy. I don't know how we're going to do that, but I'll try to come up with something. In the meantime, Brundisium might be due for an upgrade. Yeah, we got plenty of food, so let's do that. And, oh, that is Brundisium. Anything up here? That needs to get done eventually, but there's nobody there to actually recruit those units yet. So I'm not that concerned about it. And I don't think there will be in 5 turns. I think it might take us a little longer. You guys are doing fine, and then you had a lot of potential upgrades. Huh. I don't know if this is necessary anymore, because I don't think I'm going to do any recruiting out here. So I am going to tear this down, I think. We'll build another, like, public order, or maybe I'll do, like, an amphitheater there, and then this one can be a wine trader, because the wine trader costs a little bit of food, but it makes you a nice little bit of money. And if this is going to be a trade port, that should be fine. This needs to become a fishing port eventually, because we will need more food here, so maybe we should do that now before I forget. And then this will be a herding ground, but we don't need to worry about that just yet. Okay, so I think that's all done. Let's make sure I don't need to secure any loyalty. No, not this turn, but let's save some money for next turn, because I probably will. And I think we're finished. Everybody moved, right? You guys are just hanging out here? Yep. Though, it looks like there's a few things that need to be done. You need improved horses. I guess you guys do too. I'll give it to them, even though I don't plan on keeping them. And it looks like somebody leveled up. Oh! We have a new tradition and... No, sorry, not a new tradition. The general slash consul leveled up, and our champion did too. So let's get him the 3rd rank of siege expert. And then here, that's going to give us even more movement range and melee defense. So yeah, definitely. Okay. I believe we are done for the time being. Character has unassigned skill. Oh, and an edict. Okay, which place needs an edict? Not you, not you. Who needs an edict? Okay, so I would like more tax rate, I guess. Is it saying I get 2? Edicts issued 1 of 2. Or have I just not been issuing an edict this whole time, other than in Italy? You definitely have an edict. Can't do it there because those are contested. So this is the only one I have, and nothing's been going on there. Well, public order and food are okay, so let's get additional tax rate. And then we had a character. Here, our spy. What's that gonna do? Theft, what does this do? Sure, why not? Another technology is done. Looks like we have a lot of unseasonable condition, unseasonal, not seasonable conditions. So we'll have to see what those are. Mission failed. Oh, wanted me to raise an army in Carthage, whatever. 500 gold. High chance of secession and civil war. Yikes. And an imminent rebellion. What does it want me to do? Raise a fleet at Thapsus. I already have a fleet at Thapsus. Okay. Well, I might do that anyways, just because I think I have too many statesmen causing trouble right now. No. I was thinking of doing either this or this. I want the wine trader, so let's knock that out. So war declared. The Editani are going to war with Carthage, so they might end up doing our job in Spain for us. Construction complete. A lot of unseasonal conditions. Ooh, for all units, that's pretty good. 2 of them? Nice. I'll gladly take that. Wary of strangers, and this guy is strict. Okay. Outrage populace, that's to be expected. And an issue edict. Edict issued. Whoops. Okay. Let's see about this whole thing here. So, really? Why? Leader died in battle. I can't do anything about that. That's kind of his own fault. What about you? Hates barbarians. You don't like that we're making treaties with them, okay. And you... just whatever, I guess. Well, that's a pretty high chance. And given where we're at right now, there's a decent chance both of these could go. Potentially even all three, and they hold a lot of regions between them. So that's a little concerning. I could try to like provoke one of them into rebelling. What do I need in order to go here? Requirements: Imperium level 5, 65% influence, which I think we have, and then positive loyalty for everybody. We are at, only 53% influence. Imperium level is, I think we just hit 4? Yeah. Which should give us plus 10 loyalty. But apparently, it's not really helping that much. Imperium level is, yeah, it's doing something. Huh. Well, I can't secure any of their loyalties for another couple turns. At least. So I'll just have to stop making deals with barbarians and hope that that kind of helps. Meanwhile, we'll raise a fleet for this guy, I think. Or maybe Ignaeus? I don't know. We'll try to do something. Alright, over here before I forget. You need probably some sort of recruitment building, if only for the garrison. Oh, that's why we have level 1 horses. Because this just apparently applies to all provinces. Cool. I guess we're exporting them. Down here, I would like another villa. And probably another villa. We'll probably just focus on food for these buildings. I'm not super concerned with recruitment here. Though, let's see. If I do build this, it's just going to be the crappy Numidian auxiliaries. I'm not really concerned with that. It's more like I want to make sure nobody feels like this is a weak target to attack. So the garrison coming from these buildings will help. May be necessary here too, but I don't think so. We'll see. But I, again, have no real desire to recruit from here. They are going to rebel next turn, though. But I do have a legion present, so we'll just kind of crush it when it happens. Over here, we might do a bit of recruitment. But again, I think it's going to be mostly our traditional Roman troops. I don't think they have much to offer otherwise. Public order is doing okay. But let's do this just in case. And I needed to convert this as well, didn't I? Sure. Well, I couldn't do any of these, correct? Yeah, not this turn anyways. So, in that case, how much to convert you? 1,000. I can do... Oh, I'm just short. Well, that's going to give me more stuff. So let's do it. Also, a bigger garrison. This is going to give me 2 ships. So not that big a deal. You guys, let's continue marching. And it looks like you can get to Lepsis even without a forced march. Let's do it kind of piecemeal, though. Just make sure we're not walking into a giant army. Okay, so they do have a navy here. It's 10 ships. We have, what, 11? It's a fight we might be able to win. Do I want to do that? I guess come out here, but do it in such a way that they can't really get around you. If they do, they're going to have to sail far enough that they can't make it to Thapsis. Though that's going to hurt the public order there, so I might have been better off just leaving them. You guys, meanwhile, are going to attack. And is this a battle worthy of being fought? Where is that army? I didn't see them. It might be. Let's encircle them for now. I'd like to get them to attack me and not have to fight it in there, because again, the AI is stupid when they're inside a settlement. But once we have Lepsis, it's Makomades, and then we are, I think, done with the Libyans. Though we will find out shortly. Okay, you continue heading to Karalis. And you, it'll allow me to select you, get into Carthago. Cool. And that should, yeah, that really helped with the public order. Though, I think once these two buildings are done, it'll be fine on its own. You guys are going to have to deal with the rebellion. Lepsis is under siege. Things are looking pretty good so far. I don't have any money to upgrade anything. So let's do a quick browse through diplomacy. Our wife's faction is growing. Oh, interesting. They're at war with the Dacians. I don't know how I want to handle this, because I would like to bring her into our faction. I'm just not sure how the best way to go about that is, because she is leading an army, and I'd have to be very careful not to kill her in battle.
Greetings.
They're not going to trade. Athens, we're going to make them a satrapy for sure. Really nothing going on here. Everybody kind of hates us, or
Greetings, friend.
is going to. Do I want to trade with you guys? It says they're Celtic, but I'm pretty sure they come from southern Dacia or eastern Thracia. It says they own this. Don't know who owns that. I can't tell. It doesn't look like the white pushes all the way through. We don't know who owns that. But I don't know if they've defeated the Adresian kingdom or what happened with all that, but something's going on over there, and I'd like to check it out soon. So I think we're done with this turn. Let's advance. Oh, right. Who was that? Was that one of the dignitaries? Not you. Maybe you? Yeah. Okay. So -3 public order, but +15 to tax rate. Yeah, why not? Public order there's fine, so -1 isn't going to kill us. And then we can finish this as well to get that plus, the additional plus, what, 2? It's not a lot, but it's something. Alright, so I think the worst possible thing that could have happened in this rebellion happened. So they basically spawned right next to the city? Ah, crap. Mission failed. Yeah, whatever. So they spawned right next to the city and just waltzed right in. So this legion's going to have to take it back and crush the rebellion at the same time, which is not a huge deal. But kind of an inconvenience. Oh, they had elephants. Interesting. Auto-resolve and 98%. Thank you. Unfortunately, that's going to damage all the buildings that we just built and probably cancel a lot of the construction projects we had going on. Which is, again, very, very annoying. So we'll just park you guys there for now. And yeah, so I'm going to have to pay to fix all this again. Okay. You guys, does that give us level 2 horses? It does. That might be worth it. Because that's for the whole faction, so I don't even need to worry about training troops here necessarily. Public order is a bit of a mess. Food will get taken care of easily enough. Oh, hello. Well, the Gaetulians just lost Tingis to Carthage. Okay, well, that makes it easier for me because then I can just march over there and take it from Carthage rather than declaring war on these guys. Okay, then. I'll think about this. Over here. That is very one-sided. Their fleet abandoned them, so I'm just going to auto-resolve this because there's 0 chance that we lose. So, in the interest of time and moving this campaign along, let's just wrap it up now. Do 95. Sweep the leg and stab him in the neck. It's yet another province fallen to the Romans, or settlement, sorry. Marcus Junius Brutus is also leveled up. This is our faction leader. And it looks like that legion... Actually, no. Marcus Junius Brutus is the brother. The second legion has also gained a rank. So let's handle those. Do I want to do... So this is 3% weapon damage. This takes it up to 6% weapon damage and 3 melee attack. This is a nice bonus for heavy infantry. But there are other ways to do that, as we saw with our champion. Morale against barbarian tribes. Maybe improving our cavalry would be wise. Actually, -4 upkeep is kind of cool too. And just a flat morale bonus? Yeah, let's do that. Because then we can field higher quality troops without worrying about cost as much. Is there anything I can give you that's going to lower upkeep? I thought there was. Yes. Why -4, or sorry, -12 for mercenaries and non-mercenaries? Why not just have -12 for all units? But that would be nice. It also enables second wind, which is a pretty good ability, so let's do that. And I'll probably focus on that unless... Well, it doesn't seem to allow me to go straight to rank 3 back to back. So, might go back and forth between this and Tactician. Our Navy can continue to pursue their Navy. You guys, meanwhile, just hang out. A lot of our troops in this legion have reached silver rank too, which is fantastic. Thapsis could use some upgrades. You need some conversions. I'm going to knock that down because I don't need a rank 3 dock right now. It's a bit excessive. You, meanwhile, will convert to a farm. And I think this is going to convert too. It'll probably become a harbor. That or some sort of ship construction place, but we already have that in Lilybaeum and Brundisium. But I thought I was considering it here too. Just so I could recruit any ship I wanted, like, right in this area. So I might end up doing that for Carthage. Carthage did have, I think, a pretty legendary shipbuilding... what do you call it? The way that they set up their shipbuilding, like, procedure or whatever. They were able to turn out a warship in, like, some ridiculous amount of time. But, I don't recall the specifics. Anyways, I think that kind of makes sense historically then. So, maybe we will do ships there. Okay, so Makamadis. Ah, we can finally see who this is. Well, every time I trade with barbarians, people get pissed off in our faction, so let's just not bother. Very curious about what's going on in this area. Seems like these two factions are going back and forth. I gotta keep an eye on this though, because she could potentially die in these battles, and I'm very wary of that happening, because I really do want her to join our faction. I'm gonna see if I can make her a general. A lot of children too. Oh look! She is finally old enough to not be a generic baby. So we'll see what we want to do with her. We'll probably marry somebody into our faction, because I don't think I can marry her to another faction. This isn't like Total War Attila. So I think it has to be some relative no-name from like the other nobles. We can marry them in. And then our two sons. This one is almost old enough to have a proper portrait, as is this one. That's cool. Oh, right. I need to check on this. Anybody? No. Okay. So nothing doing there. How about up here? I'm going to wait. I want this first, because that's just going to be more food, and that's not something I necessarily need straight away. It actually might be. It actually might be. This is going to require public order from Squalor. So no, I will do this first, because I plan to build a... I don't have it here. I think I have it in Brundisium. No, I have it over here. I plan to build an aqueduct. Or fountains, eventually. Ah, I forgot I had this. Yeah, build a public forum there. We'll upgrade this one to... Oh, I can't until that research is done. I think the rest is fine. Let's roll the money over and see if we need it next turn. An edict. Right, because our thing is back up. Tax rate. Oh, did it knock it out here? That's annoying. Why would it knock that one out? I'll probably do tax rate there as well, because we have enough food and public order. Another triumph. Cool. Another rebellion, too. Let's see where this is. Ah, okay. Well, as long as they are not actively taking the settlement, that's fine. So who's this for? I guess it doesn't matter. This is for our faction leader. But again, I mean, I guess it does help while they're conquesting these provinces a little bit. So, some slight benefit. We have these Massilian rebels. I think they're the ones that the province is named for, right? Why am I panning out? I can just click on this. No, that would be the Morians. So I feel like our faction in this game, but we haven't seen them. So maybe they were either wiped out or I'm thinking of the wrong game. But let's go attack them since they're raiding. And then we'll force march back into town. They're probably just going to run away. Yeah. Well, did what we could. So get back into marching stance and get back here at least. So you replenish a little bit faster. At some point I need to get these guys marching out west. You do not need to be in forced march anymore. You are not in it now. Thapsis, let's see, Lepsis. I might just do like a ton of fishing ports. Give us lots and lots of food, and then I can build recruitment buildings in the 4th slot so that they have decent sized garrisons, and I can just kind of ignore them after that. But Carthage should have some sort of shipbuilding capabilities. So what are you? Lilybaeum is the shipwright, so Carthage will be the military wharf. Sure. That way we can basically sit a fleet right on this little dashed line, and if they sail back and forth, they can recruit any ship available to us. You also don't need to be in forced march stance. You should be recruiting some of these guys, though. Alright. Makomadis. There's the Libyan Fleet. Not going to be able to do anything to us. There is a Libyan army out there. I wonder if they'll attack. I'm going to encircle and give them the opportunity. Again, I'd like to fight these, but I prefer to do it in the field rather than in the village, because it just becomes a mess, especially when the AI is involved. So, fishing port, it's going to give us squalor versus harbors would cost us food, and food is going to be easy to come by because I can build 2 farms in each of these slots. So maybe I should do that. This is also going to give us additional food. In all regions in adjacent provinces too, as well as the local. So yeah, I don't think food's necessary there. Let's go with a harbor. Cool. Do we want to take Carthage up to level 3? It's going to cost us more food, but that will help with cultural influence and growth, both things that we need. But I think we needed that up here as well, didn't we? No, you're tier 3. Food's -1. It's going to be a while before we get to growth 7. Corrales isn't really a priority of mine, if I'm being honest. So, I think Carthage goes to tier 3. So you guys are basically just hanging out, replenishing. We'll have to deal with them eventually. Then we need to march on out here. Got to take Tingis and Gadria. They've made it a little bit easier for me, because again, I can just take Tingis without declaring war on these guys now, and I don't have to worry about trespassing either. So we'll march this way and take it, cross here, and then head east, rather than trying to sail from Isle. Or is that supposed to be like a Latin J, like Joel? I don't know. What does it want me to do here? Oh, it wants me to open this. No. Trying to save that stuff. I do not have the money for securing loyalty, but if I'm able to, I might try to free up some cash. Already secured, so it's not money, it's that these cooldowns still haven't ended. So maybe next turn. Yeah, I think we're done, so let's advance. Economic intent. As your dominion grows, the need to fill your coffers increases. The many lucrative endeavors open to you, which seems the most profitable. So we have trade, which is what I would generally go for, but because our various noble houses are so pissy when I trade with anybody who's not Roman, I don't know how viable that is. Agrarian yield could be quite good because we have a ton of farms and we will continue to have a ton of farms. Or raw materials from industry, which is probably the least viable of these. I'm going to go agriculture. I think we have more farms than trade agreements, so that should benefit us. Research is complete, so we can build wine traders now. Let's jump over here and do this before I forget about it. Construction report. Oh good, a lot of stuff finished. Distrust outsiders. Man, we keep picking up like bad traits. Quartermaster's report. Yeah. Attrition. Who's taking attrition? Oh, from the siege. Okay. And we've encountered a new faction. Let's see what we can do here. Kush. Oh wow, they're way down there. So the Kushites are at war with Egypt. I don't know if I want to get involved in that. But that is potentially a faction that we might leave as a satrapy, because again, I don't have a whole lot of desire to claim some of these more remote territories. They're just going to be a pain to defend. So
I will be a patient
conquering and vassalizing a lot of these factions is probably going to be more viable. Right. So, let's see. Are you guys able to move on yet? They're still hanging out down there. I think you're going to have to go after them. Are we going to start taking desert attrition? Or is that Attila? We haven't fought a battle in this episode, and we might not get another opportunity. So, we'll fight this, even though it's extremely one-sided. We haven't seen any elephants in battle yet, so this might be a fun opportunity to go up against them. Let's quick save. I always forget to do that before, but with the mods, so it's probably a good idea. So the game deployed me in a very traditional Roman formation, so I just decided to leave it with the Hastati up front, Principes in the middle, Triarii in the back. Velites are up front. Oh look, we could claim some elephants of our own. There's the enemy elephants. So Skirmisher Cav is probably your best friend against enemy elephants. I don't really have any, though my Celtic auxiliary cav does have skirmishing weapons, so they're going to have to help me here a little bit. We'll also use the Velites, but essentially with elephants, you just want to completely riddle them with javelins. It's the best way to deal with them. So ideally, you don't want to be doing it with people on foot because they have a hard time outrunning said elephants. Preferably, you'd want, again, skirmisher cav that can throw javelins from horseback and outpace the elephants. But that is not something that we really have the ability to do right now, though maybe later on we will. So for now, we'll just have to rely on what we do have, which is Velites and Celtic cavalry. Also, if they try to approach us, all of our sword infantry, and I think even the Triarii don't, but the Hastati and the Principes have precursor weapons that they can throw, so at least we can have that as well. There's not that many. Yeah, they should be pretty easy to deal with. So here is what I will do. Let's slow things down just a bit. I'm going to make the Velites. Nope. Not at all what I was trying to do there. But that's okay. We'll make them their own group. And then I would like you to go skirmish with them, if you don't mind. And if they decide to follow us, I'll send in this cavalry to kind of bait them away. If I need to, I'll send in the Equites too. They're pretty expendable. But they don't have anything to throw, so they're only going to be so useful in that regard. I don't know if flaming javelins are better against them. Oh, crap. Come on, at least get one volley off before you have to retreat. You guys are so damn slow. I mean, I'm on slow-mo, but still, like, that's kind of pathetic. Alright, so they've pulled back, so we will as well. But that is the best way to deal with elephants, is to turn them away from your lines. And it looks like they trampled some of their own men in the process. I think they actually did deal a couple of casualties there. Hard to say for sure. While our line retreats, or our skirmishers retreat, let's advance the rest of the formation. Whoa, 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 Velites, what are you doing? They're going to push past you. You guys need to get to at least there. And eventually we'll have you try to flank, but for now, just getting the hell out of the way is what I need you to do. General's under attack. Yeah, that tends to happen. Oh, especially when he's doing stupid shit like this. Come on, retreat. Retreat, you clown. Okay. So, if the Hastati could pin these guys down, that would be great. I should have had them charge so they would have thrown their weapons. It's a little late now, though. You guys would flank. That would be great. I don't know how many I'll be able to actually get around. Generally what they'll do is they'll just kind of run into the back of something else. You can charge in here, though. And the Triari are going to shore up my flanks in case those elephants try anything. Meanwhile, the Velites need to kind of head out there as well to skirmish. Okay. I'm glad you survived that, because that was a pretty dumb move. Equites, tie them up. Throw your precursors. There we go. Oh, we got the general. Sniped him. And apparently they're going to go berserk. Or just all die. Okay. I'll take that too. Why don't you help them out, because they're not very good at fighting things. I know that's their job, but they're not great at it. Come on. Get up here. Triari, keep moving. It looks like you're not going to need a whole lot of backup, but go ahead and close the trap on them anyways. These Triari are kind of tied up there too. Your job is going to be to skirmish with the... Right, these aren't hoplites, so we're going to shred them, even from the front. You guys get over here and pile in. Why don't you pile in too? This is basically over. Are you even fighting anything at this point? There. Everybody get into melee. I don't trust you not to kill our own. I'll continue, just to make sure that none of them survive this battle and, you know, run off to cause more trouble. Alright, we got them all. So, decisive victory. Exactly what we expected, but again, I wanted to get some combat in this episode, so hopefully that's not the only battle, but it's at least one. Alright. Rebels dead. Hopefully rebellion squashed. I'm going to just kill the captives because they are rebels after all. Apparently we will take desert attrition out here, so let's get back into town. I think we will take attrition regardless, yeah, because we moved through desert. So no, that isn't just Attila. Right. I'm going to upgrade this because having level 2 horses would be great. And then food's not really an issue, so I don't need to sweat any of that. Upgrading this would give us a larger garrison, though I'm not super concerned about any sort of recruitment. Right. Still waiting on the 5th level. How are you guys doing? You're suffering attrition as well, but that's from the siege. This is going to be pretty one-sided. I think I'm just going to auto-resolve it now. No, I'll give them one more turn to attack. We're in no hurry. What are you guys up to? Just hanging out? Interesting. You've got your own Egyptian pikes, huh? It's kind of cool troops. I wonder how big that faction is, because I might be able to turn them into a satrapy if I leave them like one. Oh, apparently Kush holds that. No idea who holds this. I assume it's them, but I can't let them have a whole city. That's too much. All right, in Karalis, I would like to build an amphitheater. And I would like to build a wine trader. Then, if I cannot secure any more loyalty, which I don't recall if I checked. No, I didn't check this turn because I can. Oh, and 2, 3 even. But everybody's really pissed. Why is everybody so pissed? Is there any other projects I can cancel? I guess these are probably the least important, so forget that. I'll do those next turn maybe. For now, let's secure as many loyalties as we can. You guys are probably the worst. Yeah, 26. Though it looks like that leader dying in battle thing will go away. Let's secure their loyalty. The cost keeps going up, by the way, so it started at like 1200 and it's up to like 15 now. And yours. Okay. And that leaves me with what? I'll have to wait for them a little bit. That did lower our secession risk by like 26% or something though. So I still have a little bit of money. Let's do the amphitheater, I think. Actually, will that give you public order? A little bit, but more so income, and I think that's probably better right now, so we'll do that. And I think that's the end of this turn. Okay, so the Libyans are attacking. This is exactly what I hoped for. Let us quick save, and then we will fight this on the battle episode. Okay, nothing fancy here. I'm just going with the deployment that the game gave me, which is, looks like Velites up front, skirmishers up front. I'm going to tell the cavalry to kind of slow their roll a little bit here. I don't need them arriving before everybody else. That almost got us in trouble in that last battle. Velites up front, skirmishers, you know, doing their skirmishing stuff. Because I have more spearmen in this army, it deployed the Triari and the Italian spears up front, which is fine by me. But it makes more sense to do it this way, at least in terms of the game, versus, you know, historically, the Romans deployed the Triari in the back. And then I think the Principes are on the flanks with the... Oh, no, it just did 4 Principes on one side and 4 Hastati on the other. It really doesn't matter. We'll be hard-pressed to lose this. Okay. So let's see, what are they doing? They're advancing with their skirmishers up front as well. It's to be expected. They've got some mob in their front line. That's an interesting choice. And it looks like the cavalry are pushing up. So I will probably ask you guys to slow down. If they want to engage, then I will have you engage them. They're going to be pretty susceptible to javelins and whatnot. And then you guys can start pushing up in case we need to flank. And I think I need to tell the Hastati to slow down a little bit. They tend to outrun the heavier armored troops. So give them a couple volleys and then retreat. Oh, I should have told you to skirmish. You're about to get wrecked. Ah, you clowns. If you run faster, the Triari might save you. Looks like they will over here. Can you pull through that? I think you made it. So we basically just baited their cavalry straight into our heavy spearmen. You guys need to get back. Get back, get back. Okay. Triari, engage there. Triari, engage here. And let's see what happens over here. I might have you push through to those hoplites. You guys move up that flank. You can pile in on the cav there. No, not you. You go over there. Principes, you can try to close in on that cavalry. I guess you help them out. Hastati, keep moving. You keep moving. And you dogpile there, I guess. Sure. Do what you're doing. Let's start having the cavalry circle around. You need to be like here, possibly. No, they've backed off. Alright. Skirmish with them then. You need to start closing ranks over here. I don't know where you're going, but get in there. You guys are gonna hunt them down. Okay, hit them in the back. Go for them. You skirmish there, you skirmish here. Did that end? Apparently it did. So you guys move up. Get in there. You need to be killing those hoplites. Triari, come hit them in the front, please. Yeah. Get over here. Do it fast. Faster would be great. I don't know if they engaged you or you engaged them, but that's kind of weird. I don't know if I should be... Yeah, you go do that. You guys move in. Come on, quickly now. I didn't tell you to charge. If you want to help, go after some skirmishers. Okay, get back in here. Let's see. Go after them. Since you guys are a little bit lighter and faster, go after the enemy ranged troops. See if you can't snipe that general. You fire at them as well. Throw it like the back ranks there. Oh, you guys are out of the fight. I didn't realize you were just standing there. Come on, Triari, hit them over here. And then you three, I'd love if you could get behind them and just close in. And I'll send the general to help clean up in the back. Go on, get after him. And you guys should be cleaning up there pretty easily. Oh no, did you get caught? Damn it. Alright, you three, hit them right here. And it might be wiser to put you guys like there. I think you'll get a better angle. Less likely to hit our own. Let's continue to close the trap over here. Come on. All the way in. There we go. And let's do the same there. I might even try a cavalry wedge here. Yeah, hit him. Try not to get our own. You're going to charge right through our own guys. You idiots. I guess that's my own fault. I should have brought them further up. Is that enough to do it? They killed a lot of men right there. You guys are probably killing more of our own than anything, so let's just pile you in. The fight's over at this point. Just a matter of when the game actually calls it. Okay, dogpile. We'll make sure they all die. Can't let any make it to the next battle, which will be an auto-resolve, but still. The more we kill now, the less we have to kill later. Alright, that is that. So that's their garrison army defeated. And I will probably release them because that's a pretty good amount of money. So we have to decide now what we want to do with Makamades and this faction. I'm a little bit torn because I would really like to be able to levy some of the troops that the Libyans have used against us. Their cavalry in particular is a lot better than any cavalry I have access to right now. And heavier, which is something that we could certainly use to supplement our legions. But I don't think I can do that through the auxiliary buildings. So I think what I might do is raise this, come back, and basically force them to become our satrapy. And I don't know that I'm going to have them keep this long term. At any point I can come back and conquer it from them. But for now, I think I want to do that. So let's raise it. Okay, apparently raising it takes it for yourself still. What is even the point then? I don't know. Okay, well, not at all what I intended there. But let's see. So if I build Field of Mars, are we just going to get more? Yeah, that's exactly what I didn't want. Their armies, which I don't know if we can see this. It's not going to show here, but their General's Bodyguard is a heavier cavalry unit than our General's Bodyguard. And if you saw the cavalry they deployed against us in that battle, it's also heavier cavalry. They have like the little, you know, lamellar armor on the front of the horse. And I wanted to try to incorporate some of those, but unfortunately, there is no way for me to do that. So let's see, do the Libyans still exist as a faction on the map, or are they strictly just an army at this point? Just an army. So, I might let them take that back. Let's march away, because they're bound to reclaim this. Though, you might do it. No, they're not at war with me, so they couldn't. Yeah, let's have you guys march. Oh, but you can't. Shit. I'd like to get them the hell out of the way. Let the Libyans reclaim it, and then we'll basically use diplomacy to force them to become a satrapy, and that'll let me levy their troops. I didn't mean to leave this, so let's get rid of that. Can you force march? No, so you're stuck there this turn, which is a real shame. Let's upgrade this, I think. Oh, it's actually already at rank 2. I might do it anyways just because there's no downside. I'll think about it. Let's actually do the more important thing, which is securing loyalty. So you're available. Minus 30. Why? I don't understand where these penalties are coming from. Or maybe we're just losing bonuses. They hate barbarians. We just sacked a barbarian city. So apparently that meant nothing. They're still at minus 11. When that leader dies in battle thing goes away, it'll help. Well, I gotta do it, because our revolt risk, not our revolt risk, our rebellion risk is pretty damn high. That helped quite a bit, though. Nothing really to do here. Continue to upgrade this, even though it doesn't really help us much. Yeah, I'll just do these ones. Food there is fine. Still need to make our way out here. Can you do that for me now? What's the public order looking like here? It's +4, but how much of that is military presence? A lot of it. Military crackdown as well. Go here. And I may even march you beyond that. But yeah, we're already at -8 just from them leaving the settlement. When they leave the province, it's going to be even worse. Public order here is at -25, but that's probably only for the following turn. Yeah, conquest -40 next turn. So you are going to force march out to there to help. Keep that in line. Things are going to get a little nasty here, but that's okay. I can live with it. Where's my spy at? She's out here. I need you to see what's going on in your Tingis. Okay, looks like it's all clear, so I'll probably just continue force marching them all the way there then. If you're in enemy territory, you can steal food too. You may as well, if you're just going to stand there. This can get upgraded. Finally, how about down here? Not really much to do. I could finally upgrade this. I guess I will, unless something else needs it. Doesn't look like it, though. I think we're all set. Alright, well, this being the end of the turn, I'll go ahead and make it the end of the episode as well. I am going to have our legion here abandon Makomadis, try to get the Libyans to retake it. I'll then come back in and besiege it, and through diplomacy try to force them to surrender and become a satrapy of ours. Then we can start levying their troops. The only downside to levying troops that way is that you only have access to sort of like a random assortment. Sometimes it's only one, and sometimes it's like crap slingers, sometimes it's, you know, pretty decent troops. So it's not the best way to go about it, but I don't seem to be able to auxiliary recruit the Libyan troops, which is a real shame because they have some pretty good ones that would be very helpful to us here in Africa. Anyways, we'll try to figure something out. And it doesn't look like... Actually, they're interested in trading with us. But at the same time... you can arrange a marriage. Are you single? What the hell happened? Don't tell me your wife died. I didn't get a notification of that. Oh no. She did die. Ah, what the hell? That sucks. That sucks so bad. I guess we can do that then. We'll arrange a marriage. Sure. So that's our new wife. I guess we can trade with them, though people are going to be pissed off again about this. Oh, we can get a little bit more money. Even more money. Cool. Oh, come on. You could have just haggled it down. You didn't have to reject it outright.
We are not your servants.
There we go.
You speak with wisdom and grace.
And I will still probably conquer them. But I'm going to try to do it in such a way that we don't kill her. I'm really disappointed about our Illyrian queen, though. I wonder how she died. I wonder if, like, Apollonia got hit. I have no idea. There's, like, their fleets are everywhere. Actually, that's a army. But apparently her army was destroyed and she was killed or something. Or maybe she died in the garrison defending it. I don't know. This is still theirs, though. So I have... Oh, up here. Maybe she died defending their capital. That sucks so much. Well, got a new wife now. I cannot even attempt to pronounce that, but sure. Cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Rome 2 with you. Again, things are going great. We're spending a lot of time here in Africa, but this is kind of like a one-time thing. Once we're done with our African conquest, that's kind of it. There's not really a lot to come back and revisit. So, we will kind of continue to steamroll our way through here, and then whether we make satrapies or conquer it ourselves, that'll kind of be that. Once we get to Egypt, I think we'll try to vassalize them, and then we'll call it there for our African campaign. Then we'll kind of bring everybody back to Italy, retool our legions a little bit. We have access to artillery now, so we'll kind of, you know, again, like revamp everything. Then it's Batavium, because we need to solidify this province. Then I might decide to push into the Alps just to secure the Alps right here. And then we can go into Illyria and maybe Greece, or we can go into Gaul. Actually, there's still Hispania as well. And we have to go into Hispania to deal with Carthage, so maybe we'll start our Hispania campaign soon. That's something to think about. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Rome 2 with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.